All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June 2026 edition of the ICT Career Talk. We're excited to have you join us as we explore this month's theme, exploring shaping the future with AI, innovation, opportunity, and impact. AI is transforming the way we live, work, and innovate, opening up new opportunities while reshaping industries across the globe. Today's session will explore what this means for individuals, businesses, and the future of technology. Thank you for joining us. Let's get started now. So please let's welcome the first speaker for today's event, Ekene Agunechemba, the Senior Information Technology Consultant with extensive experience helping organizations navigate complex technology challenges and deliver practical business-driven solutions. With a passion for technology and digital transformation, he helps businesses leverage innovations to drive growth and create lasting impact. Please join me as welcome Ekene Agunichimba to the stage.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I want to believe I'm audible enough.
Yes, very clear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So, I want to welcome us to this very wonderful event. And I will tell you, I'm actually very, very grateful to be here. Very, very grateful to be here. Okay, without wasting much of our time, let me see. I would like to kickstart with what we have for today. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, good one. Okay, so the topic we have to do. Do I have the right to share my screen?
Yes, please, you have the right to share your screen.
Okay, thank you. Let's see this. Okay. Okay, good. It's out now. So, you see, when I saw this topic, first thing that came to my mind was that this is the right topic, and it's actually the right time to talk about this because we've had several debates about AI and how AI should be used. We have several school of thought. Some school of thought will tell us that AI shouldn't be used in some cases, and some will tell you AI should be used in some cases. Okay, but what I want to say here right now is that in any case that AI can be used, AI should be used efficiently, should be used the right way. Okay, so the topic shaping the future with AI. Okay, now I want us to look at some crucial inquiries. The first one is, how can generative AI expand our creative capacity rather than replace human ingenuity? Okay, how can generative AI expand our creative capacity rather than replace human ingenuity? First thing, we know what generative AI is. Generative AI is whatever AI software you use that generate ideas. It can generate text, generate images, generate sound, generate uh, yeah, tables, spreadsheets, whatsoever. Okay, these are all generative AI. Okay, Now the question, how can that kind of AI expand our creativity rather than replace human ingenuity? One thing I like to say is this. I want to believe we all have used AI at one point or the other. Please, I like this session to be interactive. Have we used AI at one point or the other? Okay, can I continue?
Yes, you can. Yes, you've used at some point here.
Okay, good. So talking about this, you see, using AI gives most of us this illusion that creativity is no longer relevant. It gives us this illusion. It makes many, even me myself as a developer, there were times I build softwares, I build applications, and when I see some AIs being able to write these codes in seconds, I feel bad. Okay. I feel bad that why is this AI able to do all of this? I spent years learning all of this. But the AI is able to do all of this. AI is able to do all of this without without having to go through um without having to go through the entire human stress. Okay. So let me do this. Okay. Let me see. I need to share my video on. Sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, my curtains. Can you bring them down, please? Okay, good. Sorry, I'm in my library, so I have to work with all of this. Uh-huh. So having all of this entire thing, let me go back to my sharing screen. Okay. So having all of these things together, having to realize that AI can do a whole lot of things that we refer to as creativity, and AI does it effortlessly. You know what how that makes we feel as creatives? It gives me this impression that we're out of job. It gives me this impression that we would not be needed. But there was something that came to my mind later. I realized that AI can do the job, but AI cannot create those ideas. AI cannot think out of the box. AI can only work with what you have already. AI can only work with resources provided. Okay. So you see, the use of AI should just be like adding more, or how will I say it, like adding more to yourself to fasten up whatever you're doing. For instance, let's look at it from this angle. Um, you're actually good with graphics. You know how to make graphics design, you know how to draw, you know how to combine colors to come up with good graphics. The fact is, you will do better using generative AI. Okay, if I am not a graphic designer and I generate an image with AI, trust me, it will not be as good as somebody who is a graphic designer, because a graphic designer knows the right prompt, knows the right query, knows what to say, and the AI gives it exactly what it wants. So the same thing, we as programmers, okay, if you're not very qualified, if you're not a good programmer, trust me, you might not know the right prompt to use. Now, the question still goes back to, okay, under innovation, okay, how can generative AI expand our creative capacity rather than replace human ingenuity. That's just it. Know that you are creative, first of all. Your job is to create. Your job is not to put the bricks on the other brick and just start building. No, your job is to create. And creativity is having the ability to imagine, to bring things out from nowhere. To bring things out from nowhere. That's creativity. That is you building from the right source. Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, AI will only build from information it has. Okay. Good. So I would like interactive session, please. It keeps me going. If you have questions, please. I'd like this session to be very interactive, if possible. Let me see the charts. Okay. I'll also be going through the chat to be sure if there are messages in the chat. So I'll just have to reply. So let's continue. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the opportunity. The opportunity. Okay, you see, where lie the most immediate gains in workflow and career growth? See, this is a deep question that many of us ask ourselves. Okay, now you have a good knowledge of the use of AI. You understand that, okay, you can use AI to expand your creativity, not to create. AI cannot create. It can only help you build upon what you have created. Okay. Now, where lie the immediate gains in workflow and career growth? That is, now in a place of work, can we think about this, that um, who earns more or who is more recognized? Who is more recognized or who earns more? Is it the creative person or the person um, who is able to make the job faster, like do the part of the machine? Who is who is more recognized? That's the question. Is it the creative person or the person who works like the machine? Okay. Now, in this context, the machine here is the AI. Okay. In this context, the machine is the AI. So I'm asking this question, like, who is to be recognized? Is it the creative person, sorry, or the person who works like the machine? Now, the truth is this: in today's workspace, the creative ones, those who really create, are always behind the scene. Yes, in today's workspace, those who really create are always behind the scene. And those who work like machines are always like out there. They're always the ones being seen, always the ones people see. And but the truth is this: um, many of us use the works of creative people without knowing. For instance, I wrote a blog some time ago on what's his name again? I think I should remember before the end of this session. Okay, the name of the man who actually wrote the program that made us able to copy text and paste text. That is Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. You see, that's creativity will always be used forever. Formerly, imagine you having to, let's say you need 100 lines of text on this machine and you want it to, you want, okay, you open it on the browser and you want it to be in your text editor. Imagine having to type. Okay, but somebody came up with an idea and said, okay, let me write a program that will simply be able to copy this text and paste it on this other place. Okay, that kind of creativity can never go unnoticed. Yes, many of us today use that service and we might not know who this man is, Yeah, we might not know who he is today, but the truth is, he has created something that will ever be recognized. Okay, so back to the question that says, where lie the most immediate gains in workflow and career growth? Is it in creativity or in having to work like the machine does or work like the AI does? I think today, in today's workplace or in today's offices, there is this blend. There is this blend where creativity meets ability. Or I say well, let me say your creativity meets um it meets your ability to utilize tools. Exactly. Creativity meets your ability to utilize tools. For instance, you're a creative person, you're a developer, you're creative, good, and you don't know how to use Google Gemini. You don't know how to use Cloud. You don't know how to use Copilot. Oh, heavens. That means you will just overwork yourself. You will overwork yourself. Okay? So, no matter how creative you are, if you lack that part of being able to learn how to use your machines, your tools, or your AI, if you lack that part, trust me, you will not be recognized in anywhere. In today's world, you will not be recognized. You will not. Okay, now go into other let's look at other careers. Authors, yeah, book publishers, authors. Okay, imagine being an author and you rely so much in having to handwrite all your books, proofread all your books. Trust me, you get burnout. Okay. Now we have AIs that will help you proofread your books, check for errors. Okay, we have AIs that will help you check for spelling errors, check for grammar errors. Okay, that can even help you to write some of your phrases correctly. So all of these things are necessary in today's world. So your creativity is not enough. That's exactly what I'm trying to say here. So in any career, in any workplace, in any workspace, anywhere, there should be a mix of creativity and ability to use your machine. Yes. And in this context, when I say the word machine, I'm talking about AI. Okay. Ability to use your AI. You should be able to use your AI. You should be able to use it. Okay. Now let me go to the next slide. Okay, the impact. It says, how do we proactively build an ethical, balanced, and productive playground? How do we proactively build an ethical, balanced, and productive playground? I think this question, I cannot provide an answer to this question because AI gets resources from anywhere. I can write a book as long as the book is on the internet. AI can access it, okay, get information from that book, and deliver information to anybody who needs it. So that somehow strips me of my rights. Okay, so it happens everywhere. We have authors, we have programmers, many people have written code. Just as a programmer, whatever code is being generated by an AI, check properly, somewhere from Stack Overflow, somewhere, just somewhere, a programmer wrote it somewhere, from some text, some PDF, some documentation, and and other things like that. So programmers have written all of this. But AI gets all of this information without referencing the authors. So if you ask me, how do we proactively build an ethical, balanced, and productive playground? I will tell you that we can only play it cool, okay? We can only know that whatever we are giving out, okay, we should give out, like whatever you are creating, you should know that you are creating not just for yourself, you are creating for everybody, okay? If you're an artist, if you're an author, okay, I think it's now beyond you. Whatever you're giving out to the internet is beyond you. It can be used anywhere in the world. Probably in the future, I think we should have a way where all of this can be checked, where if AI is referencing your work, there should be some kind of credit that you earn. Okay, these days AI shows you the source, but I don't think that's enough, because if I'm getting information from AI, I don't care about the source unless where very, very necessary. AI gives me the link, okay, three sources I can, but that's to me, I don't care about it. I just take the information I get from the AI and I use. Okay, that little link sign telling me that it has three or four sources is none of my business. And I think it happens like that to almost every AI user. Yes. So let's move on to something else I have on my slide, and this has to do with the goal. That is active collaboration and point system. Now, why I'm talking about this is that, you see, I want, I wish we can have a society where people give out knowledge, okay, and they are not on the losing side, okay. They give out knowledge and not on the losing side. Where you have a conversation with your AI. Remember, if you're having any conversation with your AI, you're also training that AI. Yes. Okay. So I wish we could have a society where we could have where people have this conversation with their AI, their personal AI, and they get credits for it. Okay. You earn interactive points by actively participating in activities, brainstorming, sharing knowledge, all of these things. Okay, if you participate in them, there should be a way where all of these can earn you as the user. Okay, can earn you something. Okay, now this point here, this goal, that's this 0, 1, the point here, it's more like a continued of this last slide here that says the impact. Okay, I said, how do we proactively build an ethical, balanced, and productive playground? Yet it's almost not possible. But if every user of the internet endpoints, okay, if I'm giving my PDF, if I'm giving my documentation, if I'm giving my blog to the internet, there should be a way I earn, because I know that I know that AI is certainly going to use my information, okay? Or if the AI is getting any information from there, I should earn some credits, okay? So that's what brought about this. When I talk about active collaboration and point system, this is exactly what I thought about. Okay, so now, how do you get all of this? Okay, how do you get all of these points? By participating in team activities, okay? Like what we have here right now. Before this session started, I was made to know that um, that the AI bot is on. Okay, good. It can actually give us a translation. Yeah, a translation of whatever we have done, I think, and which is cool. Okay, you can also contribute to session boards, meaning that you belong to this online community. You belong to this online community where people collaborate, okay, and your participation, okay, earn you some credit, because the fact that you're on the internet, you are contributing something to the internet. Yeah. So let's look at this is the second to the last slide. to the last slide. It says the reward. Now, I talked about points here, interactive points. Now, what are the rewards you're expecting? Okay, now, when I was talking about points, I was actually referring to I was actually referring to stops that would help that AI user, okay, or the internet user use the internet better, okay? A reward system or a point system where top performing individuals and teams will gain access to exclusive beta tools, learning paths, and certifications. Now, I'm talking about beta tools here. I'm talking about having access to test some new applications before it's been launched, or test new features before they are being launched. Okay, and the reward can come in form of access to premium tools. Okay, yeah, I'm a premium user. Okay, I'm a premium user of DeepSeek. Yeah, but for other AIs, I'm not. Okay, so we have you can get as a user of the internet. When I say user of the internet, okay, I don't want to specify as an AI user. I want to say user of the internet because I believe that everyone who uses the internet today, some way, somehow, uses AI. Okay, Google has some way integrated their AI system into their Google Chrome search, into Google search engine. Okay, yeah, Google has done that. So if you're using the internet today, you are not just using the internet, you're also using AI. Okay, so your reward for using all of these things should be access to premium tools, official AI champion badge. All of these things could be like a reward system for those who use the internet correctly. Remember, I said something earlier. I said, if you use the internet, you are contributing to it. You are contributing to the information that people get. Okay, you are contributing to the information that other users get when they use AI, when they use the internet or they use AI, they use AI also. Okay, so I think this should be my last slide. Now, this slide, I'm talking about the impact. That is the creative output directly shapes our upcoming strategic initiatives and safe generative frameworks. Now, what happens after this? After you're able to get rewards, the next thing that happens is that you get people start becoming more creative. Okay, because you will experience this shift. There'll be a huge shift. Okay, then creativity is more valid. People start becoming more creative. People want to create more. People want to be original because they want to get this reward. They don't want to duplicate what is already on the internet. They don't want to publish, or they don't want to give back to the internet what is already on the internet. So they want to create something different. They want to create something else. There are a lot of information today that are not on the internet. There are a lot of things today that AI cannot solve. Yes. Why? Because these informations have not found its way into the internet. Yes. Okay. And lots of people are keeping this information in hard copy, meaning in a format that can disappear. If you have good information in books, in audio tapes, cassettes, these things can go bad and get corrupt, get bad, and you won't find them again. Okay. If you have good characteristics, like if you are a creative person and you only want, or you only become creative when you are off the camera. Okay, this era is the era to become creative on the camera to the world. Okay, because the world needs to see how well The world needs to see new things. The world needs to see new. It's information age, okay? So information is what the world needs right now. So the world needs to see how things go. The world needs to see how everything works. Okay, so that's it. So the impact is certainly going to be what a kind of a creative output that will shape us. Okay, it will give us a safe ground to generate real things. Okay, it will not promote the idea of replicating content. Okay, because there was a recent survey that says about 30% of what we have on the internet today is AI generated. Yeah, more than 30% of text and every other form of data. Okay, and that's dangerous. That's really, really dangerous. And I think that's because the internet the internet is yet to reward original content. Okay, there should be originality. Okay, and with that, we should be able to create this perfect impact. Okay, and with that, there will be a platform for growth. Yes. Okay, so with all I've said now, I would like to put a stop to this, and I'll be expecting questions or contributions and corrections where needed also. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Gloria.
All right. Thank you so much, Ekene, for that insightful section. Now we'll move to the next speaker or the questions and answers. We'll be taking the Q&A after the second speaker. So I'd like to briefly introduce the organization behind this event, Bincom Dev Center. Bincom Dev Center is a technology talent development and innovation hub where we equip individuals with practical industry and digital skills through trainings, apprenticeships, mentorships, and community programs like this. We empower aspiring and experienced professionals to build successful career in tech while organization digital tips. So I'll be sharing my slide briefly. So just to see what we do at Bincom. All right, so here we run the Bincom Academy, the Bincom Tech Internship, the Bincom Tech Apprenticeship, and then the Bincom Global Tech programs. So these are the programs we run. And also we do the Bincom Tech Network. We have the Life Space in Lagos and other places in Nigeria. Then we run the Emigrate Tech Visa. Also the Bincom Mentoring Platform, like I mentioned earlier. Then the Bincom Tech Career Coaching. Also, we do building startups like Labs by Bincom. So I'll be dropping the slide on the chat box. And also I'll drop a link to the feedback form. Please endeavor to fill out the form as this will enable us to improve in our future events. Right. So now I'd like to introduce our second speaker for today. Please welcome Pasam Venkata. He's a cloud database architect with over 14 years of experience designing secure, scalable, and high-performance cloud database solutions. With expertise across AWS and Azure, he has led numerous database migration optimizations and cloud infrastructure. Please join me in welcoming Pasam Venkata Reddy to the stage.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm very glad to be part of this event, and special thanks to Gloria for inviting me here to talk. Right. So first of all, my name is Venkat. So I'm a solution architect working in the gas industry here in the Houston, America. I'm a fellow at both IET and BCS. So now, when people hear solution architect, right? So they usually think databases, cloud, enterprise system, right? Yeah, that's true. But today I want to talk about something that completely changed the way I work, the way I think, and the kind of problems I can solve. That thing is AI. Okay. Do you mind? Can I share my screen, Gloria?
Yes, please. You can go ahead and share.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Let me. Everyone able to see my screen, right? My slides. Can someone confirm?
Yes, please. We can see your screen.
Yeah, I can see your slide. I can.
Okay. Yeah. The real, the practical, everyday AI that is already reshaping every tech career, right? So, including me and including yours. So, the question I want to answer today is very simple. So, how do you, as a young ICT professional, to win in this AI era, right? So, that's what the next 30 minutes I want to talk about. So let me start with some numbers in the second slides you are seeing, right? So $1.8 trillion, that's where the AI market is heading by 20. The job being lost are the ones that don't adapt the AI. The jobs being created go for the people who adapt the AI, right? So 40% of tasks in today workplaces are already being automated by AI. So meaning AI is sitting right next to someone doing their job, making them faster and smarter. And 10x productivity booster. So I have probably personally experienced this. Things that used to take me a week earlier, I now do in a day with AI. Not because I'm a smarter, because I'm using some AI tools ever, right? So imagine, so I'll give one example. So if you imagine, if you take two people, same qualification, same experience, 5 years from now, one of them learned AI skills, they built things, adapted. So the other person, one waited and watched, right? So which one do you think get hired? So I'm 100% sure that the person who learned AI and adapted the AI, he has a lot of opportunities in the market. So that's what this slide can explain you more about it. And coming to the slide number 3, so the first layer, right? If you see artificial intelligence, so this is a big umbrella. So everyone can think about it. Just simply put, it's a teaching machines to think and make decisions like a humans. That's it. It's nothing too scary about this artificial intelligence. So if you move on to next layer, we have machine learning. So this is where it gets interesting. Instead of someone writing rules for the machine learns by itself from data. You show it 10,000 of photos of cats, it figures out what a cat looks like. So no one programmed it, right? So it's just learned. So that's what machine learning works here. Then the next layer, the deep learning. This goes even deeper. So it's inspired by how our own brain works, layers of connection firing together. So this is what powers face recognition on your phone, voice assistant, self-driving car, and extra, right? So, and if you see bottom gold layer at the core, generative AI, Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini. So this is the one everyone is talking about right now. So it does not just recognize the things. It creates text, it creates images, it creates code, it creates music, it creates videos, and a lot of things are generated by AI, right? So now here the thing is, look at the list on the right, Google Search and Spotify and WhatsApp autocorrect, Netflix, you already using daily, right? So every single day, you just didn't call it that. So AI is not some future thing you need to prepare for. It's already in your pocket. The question is, do you want to just use it or do you want to build with it? Okay. In this, let's talk about what means. Let's talk about what that means for your career, specifically in slide number 4, right? So now you understand that AI is good, but the real question you probably thinking is, okay, Venkat, so where do I fit in AI? What does it mean by my career? So how can I adapt that? So if you see this slide number 4, this is completely my favorite slide because this is where it gets real, right? So in the top left, the first one, AI powered DAO. If you are a developer or you want to be a developer, your job description is changing nowadays. It's no longer just writing a code. It's about knowing how to talk to AI models, connect them to your apps, and build products that think. So prompt engineering is literally a job title now. People are getting paid money, good money, just to know how to ask AI the right questions, right? So not prepare a coding, not writing a coding, right? So that's what the AI, I mean, developers are using AI. At top middle, data and MLOps. If you love data, this is your gold mine. So companies are drawing in data. They need people who can build the pipelines, monitor the models, and make sure the AI actually not just in a laptop, right? And bottom left, A strategy and PM, right? So not you're not a coder, not a problem. Business need people who understand AI well enough to make decision with it. So if you see product managers, consultants, business analysts, if you understand what AI can and cannot do, you become incredibly valuable in the boardroom. That's what I'm trying to explain here. So, and the bottom middle, AI in healthcare. Healthcare is being transformed, and AI is reading medical scans, predicting diseases, helping doctors make better decisions. If you have any interest in health plus technology, this combination is powerful and meaningful. So earlier we used to go hospitals for scanning and for testing, right? So it usually takes days or weeks to get the report. But using the AI, many healthcare institutions, they are sending reports in hours. So let's see how the situation got changed using the AI. So in the bottom right, if you see AI for impact. So and this is my favorite category: EdTech, AgriTech, fintech. These are these spaces where AI can solve real African and global problems, right? So financial inclusions, better farming, accessible education. So the opportunity here is not just career opportunity, it's the chance to build something that genuinely changes people's life, right? So that's what the slide number 4 is teaching you all. And if you move on to slide number 5, right? So let me tell you a little bit about my own story, because I didn't start with in AI either. So I'm also like you guys. So in the card one, right? So I started as a solution architect. So I started my career as a solution architect or database engineering. So my world is always database and system design and cloud infrastructure, working in complex environment in gas industry and other financial industries. So I'm always working on big systems and serious responsibility day by day, every day, and a lot of moving parts. So honestly, AI felt like something for Google engineers and research labs, not for someone like me. So, and card number 2, got curious about AI. So then one day I just, everyone is talking about AI, and then I got curious. I started asking, what if I could automate this task that takes me 3 hours every week? What if AI could help me better decision faster? So I started reading and started experimenting. So I started spending my evening time with the AI, just playing around with the AI tools, not for work, just for out of genuine curiosity. So, and that the curiosity changed everything, right? So, and card number 3, started building. So then I stopped just reading and started building. I built a photo editing app, AI powered filters, background removal, all running in a web browser. So I built a nutrition planning tool for my community, a local community, small project, and a messy code. Sometimes things broke, right? So I fixed them even too using the AI. So I learned more from breaking things than from any course. So the point is, I just started. I didn't wait until I felt ready. Nobody ever feels ready, right? So that's what I'm trying to explain here. And if you see card number 4, AI multiplied my impact. So, and here, what happened? I didn't become a different person. So, I'm still a solution architect, right? So, still designing systems, still solving the same kind of problems, but now I do it faster, better than earlier. I can build things in a days that used to take a weeks. I can solve problems genuinely I couldn't solve before. AI didn't replace what I knew. It multiplied. That's all, right. So it very useful for me. That's the key insight I want to take from my story. So whenever you know today your degree, your skills, your industry knowledge, AI does not erase that, right? So it amplifies it. So a healthcare person who learns AI become more powerful, right? So a finance person who learns AI becomes more powerful. A software engineers learns AI is more powerful than others, right? So you, whatever your background is, just is AI is a plus, so it becomes extraordinary, right? So that's what the slide number 5 is teaching you. And if you move on to slide number 6, right? So let me show you exactly and practically how AI creates opportunity for you. So here is 5 specific ways. So I shared my story, right? So now let's make this about you. Here are 5 very practical ways AI creates real opportunity starting from today. So the first one, augment your existing role. So, and this is the easiest one to start with. Just to use AI in job you already have. So whatever you do today, testing or coding or writing reports or analyzing data or designing, there is an AI tool that can help you do it faster and better. So you don't need to go for a new job. You don't need a new degree for AI. Just to open ChatGPT or Claude tomorrow morning and ask it to help you within one task, right? So that the one small habit over months will make you noticeably better than the person sitting next to you who is not doing it. So that's what the first one is talking about. The second, build products faster. So AI has completely lowered the barrier to building things. The 2 years ago, building a web app required a full team, right? So we used to have almost a 6 to 7 team earlier, but now front-end developers, earlier the team is front-end developers, back-end developers, designers. But now today, one person with AI assistance can build and ship a working product in a weekend. So it will take only 1 or 2 days. So I did this myself. I changed a lot. So I built a full photo editing web app. So alone using the AI to help me write a code, fix bugs, design screens, right? So that would have taken a team of 4 people just 2 years ago. Whatever idea you have sitting in your head right now, AI makes it possible to actually build it. So that's what AI is doing now. So if you see the third, learn and upskill faster. And this one, right, so excites me the most for your young professionals. So AI is the best personal tutor you have ever had. So it's available 24 hours a day. It's never gets tired like a human. Right? So if you ask many questions, it never tired. It will give answers so quickly. So it explains things in whatever language or style you need. For example, you don't know English, so your local language. If you want to transfer it, so it will transfer and it will teach you in the local language. So that's how we have to use the Cloudy or ChatGPT and everything, right? So if you want to learn some Python, ask Cloudy to teach you, right? So with examples from your own field, right? So stuck in a concept, ask it how it will explain. So it like you are 10 years old. I just ask, I don't know anything. So it will definitely preparing for an interview. So ask to quiz you, right? So the people who use AI to learn are going to move 5 times faster than those who don't, right? So that the gap is already opening up, right? So if you go move on to four, solve African or diaspora problems. So, and I want you really hear this one. So some of the biggest unsolved problems in the world are right here. So across, I mean, access to the banking, affordable healthcare, and better farming and quality education. So these are not small problems, right? These are the biggest problem in the world, right? So these are the $1 billion problems. And also, and AI is now a tool that a young person with a laptop and internet can use to start building solutions to these problems. The next big African tech company, it could come from someone in this room today. I genuinely believe you that you guys have a capability to do it, right? So just practice it. So, and fifth one, global remote career. AI skills travel with your passport. Actually, they travel without it, right? So companies in the US, UK, Canada, Germany, or India, so they don't care where you are sitting. So they care whether you can solve their problems or not. If you have a strong AI skills, you can work remotely for a company paying US or UK salaries from from wherever you are in the world. This is a life-changing opportunity and it's real. So it's happening right now for the people who had the right skill in AI, right? So uh, 5 ways, right? So all of them available to you. So all of them starting from whatever you are right now. So the only thing I would ask you to do, pick one of these 5, just one, and commit to taking one step toward it this week. And if you move to slide number 7, right? So, but I also want to be honest with you because AI is not all sunshine and opportunity. There is a serious side we need to talk about, right? So now I have been telling you all the exciting things about AI and the opportunities, the careers, the products you can build, and all of that is real. But I would not be doing my job today if I didn't also tell you this, right? So innovation without wisdom is dangerous, and AI, as a powerful as it is, right, so can cause serious harm when used without thinking. So that's what the slide is going to explain you. So the first one, the bias and fairness. So let me give you a simple example. Imagine a company builds an AI system to shortlist job applications, right? So sound effects and right. But if that AI was trained on 10 years of old hiring data, where most of the people hired were when the AI will learn the prepare male candidates, right? So it's not evil. So it's just learn the wrong lesson from the biased data. So this is already happening in real companies today, and I've seen it. And the solution, diverse teams building AI. So when more different kind of people are in the room, when AI is being built, the result is fairer for everyone, right? So if you see the second, privacy and data rights. So AI runs on data. So right, everyone agree with, right? So AI runs on the data which is available on the internet. So massive amounts of it, right? So your photos and your messages, your location, your health records. As someone building or using AI tools, you need to ask, where is the data is going? Who owns it? Can it be used against the people who shared it? Understanding data rights is not just a legal thing. So it's an ethical responsibility. And honestly, the professionals who understand this become the most trusted people in any AI team, right? Are you agree with me, right? So, and next one is misinformation and deepfakes. So this one I want you think about seriously. Generative AI can now create a video of a person, right? So saying something they never said, looking completely real in minutes. We have already seen this usually in the elections, in scams, in reputation attacks, right? So the technology is moving faster than the laws. So your superpower against this? I don't think so. So critical thinking, behave before you share something, especially if it is makes you angry or shocked. Ask yourself: is this real? Where did this come from? That habit protects you and people around you, right? So the last one is AI dependency risk. So, and the last one, this is something I personally think about a lot, right? So, AI is becoming so good, so fast, that it is tempting to just let it make everyone decision. Write your emails, plan your strategy, diagnose your problems. But humans may stay in the loop, especially in the high stake situations, medical decisions and legal decisions, safety critical systems, right? So AI assists very well. So to take human judgment decides, right? So never outsource your thinking completely to a mission. Use AI as a very smart assistant, not as your replacement, right? So that's what I want to tell you in this slide. So uh, if you see the bottom line, right? So with a great capability comes great responsibility, especially when the model makes decision at scale. So I believe the professionals who understand both the power and the responsibility of AI, those are the ones who will become the true leaders in the field. So not just the fastest builders, the most trusted ones. Yeah, that's all about slide number 7. So let's move on to the slide number 8. So, okay, so we covered a lot today. And so let me now give you something you can actually use, a simple, a clear plan, no confusion at all. So no overwhelm, just 3 pages over 90 days, right? So everyone, uh, just only 90 days, and that's it. 3 months from today, if you follow this, you will be in completely different position than you are right now, right? So the first one, learn, day 1 to day 30. So first 30 days, just learn. That's the only job you have to do. Go to Coursera, Google, or deeplearning.ai. So all three options available. Pick one AI or machine learning beginner course and just start it. Don't wait for the perfect course. The first one is just to get you moving. At the same time, open ChatGPT or Claude every single morning. Pick 3 tasks from your current job, something repetitive, something that takes time, and ask the AI to help you to do it. Just 3 tasks, right? So that habit alone will teach you more than any course. So, and read one book, AI Superpowers. There is a one book called AI Superpowers by Kai Fu Lee. So it's not a technical book. So it's about the big picture of where AI is taking the world. So read it on the weekends whenever you have free time. So it will change you how you think, right? So, and the second one is build days 31 to 60. So second 30 days, stop only learning, start building. So in the first 30 days, you start learning, and the second 30 days, not only learning, you start building. So build something small, a chartboard that answer questions about your CV, a tool that summarizes long articles, an imaging tool, right? It does not need to be perfect. It does not need to be original. It just needs to be yours. Something you build with your own hands. Then put it on the GitHub, make it public. This is very important, right? Because your GitHub profile is your real CV in the tech world. So everyone can watch your GitHub profile, right? So it shows what you can actually do. So not just what you say you can do, and join a community, right? So Kaggle or Hugging Face, your local ICT group, surround yourself with people doing the same thing, right? So don't sit idle at the home. Just be around with the people who experience on the AA and chat with them and get the experience from the people and do it, right? So it keeps you motivated and opens doors you didn't know excited, right? So that's what I've in the second 30 days. And third 30 days, days 61 to 90 days, put your work in front of the world, right? So you know how to learn, you know how to build, but who will recognize your work, right? So just put your work in the front of the world, deploy your project, put it on render.com or streamit.com, and free hosting, live on the internet. Anyone can use it, right? The moment when a stranger uses something you build, it's feeling you never forget, right? So write a LinkedIn post about your journey, how you build, how you learn, how much time it taking. So just write anything in the LinkedIn post and about your journey in deep details. And it's not a perfect polished easy, right? Just honest, be honest. 3 months ago, I knew nothing about AI. Here is what I built. People respond to that, right? So recruiters see it and then apply one AI related job, one freelancer project, one contract. You don't need to be an expert, right? So you just need to show that you started, you build, and you ship, right? So that's what I want to tell you. These three things, right? So learn, build, and launch will change your career in the AI. So I'm telling you, if you do this, the version of you that exists 90 days from now will look back at today as a day everything changed, right? So it started tonight, not next Monday, not after next holiday, tonight, right? So just start it now. And the last one, yeah, it's all right. So this is my last slide. So before I stop talking, so let me leave you with one final thought, right? So when I started my journey with AI, so I had no special advantage, so no special background in AI, no extra time. I just decided that I was not going to watch the revolution happen from the sidelines, and that one decision changed the kind of work I do, right? So the kind of problems I can solve and the kind of impact I can have. So today, you have the same choice in front of you. You can leave this session, go back to your normal routine, and think that this was interesting talk, right? Or you can leave here today and decide that this is the week you start, right? So one course, one course, one tool, one small project, just start today, because the best time to learn AI is right now, right? So the best second time is tomorrow, right? Yeah. So that's what I want to cover today, and I want to motivate you guys. If you want to learn AI, just go for it and start learning from today, not tomorrow. And yeah, so that's all from my end today for everyone. And if you want to connect after today's meeting, so my LinkedIn and email are right here on the screen. I'll genuinely respond to everyone message or their LinkedIn. So my heartfelt thanks to organizers and Gloria for inviting me as a speaker and give me opportunity to talk on this topic. Yeah, thank you everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Venkata, for that wonderful section and for sharing your expertise with us. We're grateful. So we'll now move to the Q&A
Thank you.
section. we'll move to the Q&A session for either of the speakers. So please, the attendees, populate your questions, and you can go ahead and ask, or if you do not want to speak, you can drop your questions on the chat box. So let's do that quickly as time permits us. So this is for the first speaker, Ekene. So yes, you mentioned active collaboration and contributions to AI platforms. How can beginners, so my question is, how can beginners start contributing meaningfully, even if they don't have a strong technical background? So please, would like to hear from you.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. The use of AI does not need technical background. The only requirement to use AI is being able to communicate in English or in any language. Yeah, doesn't need technical background. Okay, so you see, I think we are beginning to think AI is technical. AI is not that technical like we think. Okay, you can be a roadside trader, you can be a tailor, and you use AI to give you designs. You can be a design. Okay, you can be a cobbler, you can be a shoemaker, you can be a local bricklayer, and AI will tell you what to do. I think one of my one of my first um, one of my first experience with AI was one of my first year experience was that I tested AI. Then it was about some years ago, very long time ago. I can't remember vividly. So I saw ChatGPT and I was playing around with it. And so I called a friend of mine who is an engineer. He's a vehicle engineer. He fixes these trucks. And I told him, come, I found this app. Can you question this app on how you repair your engine and see if this app will give you the correct answer? And he did it, and ChatGPT gave him the correct answer. And he was like, wow, 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 wow. And that day he used it to solve a problem that he has been having in his company for a long time. Okay, so AI is not technical. The only ability you need is to communicate. Just tell it what you want. And if you're having difficulty telling it what you want, you can even ask it in your own language that how do I prompt you? You can use voice. Yeah, I think Meta AI allows you to use voice. DeepSeek allows you to use voice. ChatGPT, for now, I've not used it for a while, but I think it allows voice. You can use your voice to query it and ask, okay, tell it, give me the right prompt if I want to do this, and it will do it. So please, it's not too technical as we think. It's just a regular way of communication. Just communicate with it like you're communicating with a friend. Yeah, thank you. I believe that brought some clarity.
Oh yes, thank you so much for that clarity. So my second question to you would be, with so many AI tools and communications available today, which platforms would you recommend for someone who wants to learn, contribute, or consistently?
Okay. Now, there are so many AI platforms, and the one I recommend is the one you are very, very close to. Okay. There are some of us who spend most of our day on WhatsApp. If you spend your day on WhatsApp, or on Facebook, I will tell you Meta AI is cool for you. You can use your Meta AI, okay? And if you are somebody who don't want to be distracted by social media, you have ChatGPT, okay? You can download the app and use it. ChatGPT was on WhatsApp one time, but I think they stopped that service. You can use DeepSeek. I love DeepSeek so much, okay? Um, if you are a programmer who write codes and everything, you can use Copilot. So it depends on what you are very familiar with, what you are used to. Okay, it depends on what you are very used to. So there are AIs for almost every kind of person. Okay. And I tell starters like, okay, if you don't understand how this AI thing works, start with Meta AI on your WhatsApp. Doesn't require you to do too much technicality. Just click on the Meta AI icon on your WhatsApp and query it. I think that gives some exposure on what AI is and how to use it. Yeah, thank you.
Right, thank you so much for that. So now my question will be directed to the second speaker. So I think this is a debate generally now. So many professionals worry that AI will take their jobs away. So how can they reposition themselves to stay relevant and create opportunities in this AI era?
So yeah, that's a valid question and good question. So everyone thinking about AI is taking all the jobs from away from the people, right? But according to me, so World Economic Forum was clearly stated. So they reported the long back. So AI is going to create 97 millions. It's not my talk. It's not my analysis, right? Say World Economic Forum. But what you have to do, you have to skill up with your AI skill. So don't stick with your old technologies like .NET or Java or something, right? You have to speak, you have to scale your you have to upskill with your skill set with the AI technologies, right? You have to learn daily AI skills, and then definitely so opportunities in front of you, right? So don't think about AI is taking all the jobs away, but AI is creating more jobs, right? So in front of you, so you have a lot of opportunities coming years. That's what World Economic Forum. It's not my theory.
All right, thank you so much. So my other question for you would be, you emphasize on that innovation without wisdom is dangerous. As AI becomes more accessible, what responsibility do individuals and organizations have in ensuring AI is used ethically and responsibly?
So before we are using AI, right? So we have to use carefully. So what level of data we have to give AI? So you cannot give personal identification number like SSN, like phone numbers, like personal mail IDs. So don't give the personal IDs and don't PIN numbers or something to any AI tool, right? So definitely, so it will harm you later because it's like kind of it's everything storing, right? So data is storing the AI tools, and there might be a chance to misuse, right? So yeah, use carefully whenever you need it, and just ask the AI tool what exactly you need it, and use it only for technical, right, developing tools and helping the code, but don't provide any personal and don't give any personal photos, anything, right? So definitely it will harm for you. That's what my suggestion.
All right, thank you so much. So I don't know if there will be other questions from the participants, so we'll quickly take that before we round up the section. All right, in the absence of any questions, so I'd like us to round up this section. As we come to the end of today's ICT Career Talk, I'd like to sincerely thank everyone, our speakers, and the audience for sharing valuable insights and experience. Thank you everyone who joined us and participated today. In today's session, we hope you have gained practical knowledge from the speakers and fresh perspectives of how AI is shaping the future through innovations, opportunities, and impact. If you haven't filled the form already, please kindly do so. Complete the feedback form as this will help us to improve in our future events, right? On behalf of Bincom Dev Center, I would like to thank everyone for being part of this edition of ICT Career Talk for June. We look forward to seeing you all at the next event. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.